What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This BetaBreak, we're going to talk about the Rock Classic. Of course, Tyler is here with us. We also nabbed the third place female podium winner of the Rock Classic, Siri Sihara. What's up, Siri?
Was good.
There we go.
What's up?
And so we're going to talk all things Rock Classic and as well as Siri. So just getting into it, Siri, just give us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll hop into the competition and beyond.
Yeah, hi, I'm Siri. I'm originally from Washington, Oregon area, and now I'm here. I've been climbing for like 10 years now, competitively. And yeah, that's really not that much to it. I'm the head coach of a youth climbing team in the area, and a route setter as well. So,
Right. And so high exposure.
yes,
Yes. Yeah. High exposure.
exposure.
Definitely. And how long have you been over at high exposure? You've been there for a minute now, right?
I would say like 2 years now. Yeah,
Okay. All right. Cool,
like
cool.
around then.
And then just getting into your competitive climbing career, how long have you been competing?
10 years, almost. Well, yeah, almost 10 years, yeah.
Tyler, it looks like you want to hop in, so I'll
Oh,
let.
I mean, yeah. So, hi Siri, how's it going? 10 years. We're looking at a podium at the Rock Classic. Somebody who's come from the West Coast, now competing at the super local East Coast. My first question for you is, I guess, take us straight to the Rock Classic. How is the vibe? And I'm always curious what the competitions are like, kind of out on the West Coast. Can you give us your impressions of the Rock Classic and maybe compare it to what things are like back home for you?
Yeah. I mean, we don't have that many competitions on the West Coast. I'm not sure about right now because I haven't been there for the past like 4 years, 5 years, but like, yeah, we didn't have as many competitions as like we have on the East Coast, which is really sick because like you get to dabble in that experience. So yeah, going into the Rock Classic, it was like a shit show, to be honest. Like, we woke up on time, ate like a late breakfast, and like on the way out, like our car just wouldn't start. So we actually like ended up arriving there like maybe 30 minutes into the competition. And for me, I really value my warm up time, and that's like pretty sacred to me. So if I don't have a good warm up, I don't have a good comp. And I kind of rushed it a little. So throughout the rest 2.5 hours, I was just like pumped the whole time, like eternal fatigue, and like just couldn't recover throughout the round. And like I put up some climbs I did, but like they were hard, and like there were some things that I could have done too that were like definitely up my wheelhouse, but I couldn't pull out. Um, so yeah, going into the second round, the second like quote unquote qualifiers round, because like you weren't supposed to be in the second round if you were an open category. Um, Going into that, I was like, I don't know if I'm like in. I'm not sure if I'm in finals because I qualified in like fifth seed during the first session. And then someone showed up for the second session and like got higher placement. So it bumped me down to six. Um, I was nervous, but I was in. I was in. I was in. So I was chilling. Um, Pulled back my recovery. It was kind of crazy. Like, was not expecting to like do as well as I did in finals, and I'm really happy with my like getting it back. Recovering throughout the entire like down period. So yeah.
Nice. And then so like just so I've been watching you competing, at least here from a Northeast standpoint, for I'm going to say the better of, I don't know, at least three years, maybe 4 years of watching you on the grind. And I feel like um, this year it's a different series. This might be just me, but I feel like from like a competition standpoint, because you are an outdoor climber, and I know you definitely send outdoors, but I feel like your indoor competition vibe has just kind of stepped up, like mentally. I don't like, have you taken a different approach to your competitive climbing, or is this just, I don't know, just things are ramping up for you, you're changing your training, like what's going on or is it just me? Like maybe I'm just reading into things.
No, I totally think I'm like on a different like vibe right now too. Um, yeah, I did a lot to reevaluate this year. This season I actually it's long story cut short. I mean, like I was on my youth team for like so long. Then I moved to Utah actually for the University of Utah. I was pursuing like an architecture degree there because I wanted to like open a gym one day or whatever. And during that entire process, I just like was not training at all. And then I moved here, still was not training, and like my climbing was like at like more of a plateau. It wasn't going like downhill, but it was at like a very stable like spot. And then like I'm getting beaten up by all these little girls because I'm still competing, right? And I'm like, what the fuck? This is not like I don't want to get beat up by these little girls. Like what the no, like what the hell? So I was like, okay, well I need to reevaluate something. And the timing worked out perfectly well because one of my kids that I coach now, Ori Leshem, he was really training and hunkering down on like divisionals, right? And I established like this training plan for us to follow. And I don't want to throw him under the bus, but I kind of had to do it with him. So in turn, that helped me as well. And I grew a lot from that experience because I'm like training every single day now. And I'm like, well, I got to keep up with this little kid because this little kid can't beat me either. Like, what the fuck? All these little kids are beating me. Like, no. So I
Yeah.
like really focused in on all of that. And over the past like I think that was like a 1 to 2 month period. It wasn't even like that long. I saw a lot of games, and now I'm kind of not doing it right now, and seeing the outcomes of that as well. But yeah, so hopefully we're getting back onto that. But I did take a little more time to really focus and value myself over like everything else and work and all that stuff. So I'm really happy about that. Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, so like just kind of talking to starting the training with Ori. No one knew who Ori was because he wasn't in finals, and then all of a sudden he's in the finals. I think he podiumed second place at Vital,
Yeah.
Volume 2, right in Brooklyn. So you guys must be doing something right, right? So, that's pretty cool. Yeah, no, like I definitely see there's a different fire in your eyes, and you always have always had a very carefree like attitude in the gym and just in life in general. Like I just love your vibe. But I saw, you can also see like now you're like, should have gotten that climb. There's a lot more seriousness in when you come off the wall, and it was very clear for me to see. I noticed that, and so it's kind of cool to see that. And hopefully, we'll see, of course, in more and more finals in the near future.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, yeah,
I would say probably more than hopefully. So,
yeah.
as the international correspondent, I miss all the qualifying rounds. I get to catch the live streams here and there. But for the Rock Classic qualifying round, I know you mentioned had a shortened warm up due to some mechanical troubles. But can you kind of take me through the round and the boulders themselves? What were the styles that you felt like were represented? Do you feel like it was a solid qualifying round in terms of the setting?
Yeah, honestly, I don't want to like toot my own horn or anything, but I feel like that round was so toppable. By like all the boulders were like all doable, feasible, um, and like it. I'm not really sure how to like describe it. Like I feel like it wasn't like nothing was like super stiff. It was more so like the reason why I was doing shit was because of me, you know. Um, there were like pretty cool moves. There was like a 360 that wasn't really forced on slab, but was still cool to do. um, there were like power blocks too that were like a little dynamic. There was like a really cool like dynamic like downwards like lâché to like an undercling. That was cool too. I didn't really end up getting that one. I tried it once. But I didn't really need it. Yeah. No, I mean everything they pulled out was pretty cool. It was sick. Um, and the good thing about like the rock club is that like their holds are all friction dependent because there's like no texture on them anymore. So all my skin was like perfectly pristine going into finals and I was psyched. So yeah, it was just pulling hard.
That's
Yeah, the Rock Club is one of the older gyms in the area. We put them in the same category as Valhalla, and we were all used to the lack of friction and holds and not so huge volumes and fiberglass. So
Yeah.
yeah, the setting styles change, right? They have to kind of accommodate the lack of except for they do have the new room is what they call it, right? With that one Rolltopia wall where they did set some pretty big stuff, and that's where they had the 360 turnaround
Yep.
move that wasn't necessary. But it was a good idea, and that's where they kind of throw some fiberglass. But it was only I think like two slab problems maybe for the open competitors, right? Or was it just the one?
No, yeah, for me, oh, I had three actually, three slabs. I had the pink 360. I had a yellow like very, I don't want to say delicate. It was like semi-delicate and also burly,
Yep.
like at the same time. And then there was also this like mantle white slab around like a corner. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, I remember that one. All right.
Yeah.
Uh,
Did you have a favorite standout boulder from the qualifying round?
Favorite. I'm gonna say that's a great question. I'm like, probably gonna say this orange boulder all the way at like the end. Like I think it was like boulder like number 1 that we had in like qualies. That was a great boulder. It took me a few attempts, but I was psyched and it felt cool doing. So and it was like the perfect amount of try hard where I was like, this isn't a give me. Um but it was like that. Like the other boulders, I'm not gonna lie, like obviously my headspace was like not good already. So like all my associations of all the boulders, I'm like, I fucking hate this. I hate this so much. Like why am I here? Like why the fuck am I here? Like I hate all of this. So that was me throughout the round. Yeah.
yeah. So it was in what they call lane one, that came out over the overhang, right? The orange boulder. It was like
uh,
kind of an overhang, and then came out.
think so.
Um,
I
okay,
think it's
yeah,
lane
I
one.
think I know which one you're talking about. I'll go to the video. We have lots of video from qualifiers,
Oh,
and
sweet,
so we'll
sweet.
throw it up for the home
Nice.
audience to take a look at.
Cool. All right, so let's then transition into finals. So let's get away from that nasty qualifier round with no warm-up time. Let's go into finals. Uh, we love our Rock Club finals. Alumni over here to brag. If I'm only going to be in one finals, I get to brag about it. Um, can you let's just go boulder by boulder. So you said you ended up qualifying in sixth place because of a late addition. So you were out first on the boulders. Can we just start at boulder number one? Thoughts, impressions, how'd it go?
Yeah, I mean, during preview, I was like in a jumbled mess. So like looking at that boulder, I was like, wait, it's like a dino to like these two like I think they're flat holds, these purple flat holes and like compression. And I'm like, this looks low-key huge. The holds like you're jumping from are like crimps too. They're like these bubble wrap like dual text crimps. I love those. They're not good. And then the rest of it looks burly as fuck. So I came out and like the best thing and my favorite thing about coming out like seated six is that like I don't have to brush anything. I can just like hop on it straightforward and like not waste time. Um it was kind of like a mess. I remember turning around and asking the MC if like we had like four plus for like time. And they were like, yeah, like you're gonna keep climbing, but like don't take like a million years and we're gonna call you off if you take too long. And I'm like, okay, so it's like knock off 4 plus, like what is this? But whatever. I turn around, I'm looking at this boulder, I'm like, wow, okay, cool, I'm just gonna go for it, right? Hop on and like I'm like, okay, I need to like channel big girl energy right now and like go for this thing. And I go and I stick this thing and I'm like, holy shit. Wow, I look so cool doing that, I'm sure. About this. I'm like, dude, I'm like this shit right now. What the fuck? I crossed to this cramp, which is the zone. I'm like, okay, cool, I flash zone. The rest looks brick as fuck, like hard as fuck. I don't know if I'm gonna pull this out of my ass. So I'm going to this volume. I like blind slapped like this next like flat hold with like a gym on it, and I'm like, dude, I'm not sticking this. I don't even know where this hold is. And like hit it. I hit the gym and I'm like, oh my god, there's no way. I have to keep climbing still. What the fuck? So I'm up there. I'm like, okay, I'm on these like shit crimps now. And like I plug a knee bar and I'm like, oh, there's a knee bar. This is sick. So I'm like sport climber mode resting now. And like I don't know. From there, I'm like tic-tacking around on these like volumes. I have no chalk, like at all. Um, Worst mistake ever. Always bring out like a strap-on chalk bag to use because like those save a lot. Um, and yeah, by that time I was like, okay, I'm tired. Like I can't really like do anything, and I'm just like, it's either like I'm gonna try and go for something and nothing's gonna happen, or like I'm just gonna like be tired. So I try, hop down, whatever, chill out for like a good like 30 seconds or whatever because like I need a rest. And then I get on my second attempt. It was like a mess because I didn't know what I was doing. Classic, like you pull it out of your ass on your first go, and like it happens. And then my third attempt, it was a lot better. I got like my high point of that boulder on my third attempt, but I was just gassed by that time. So yeah.
Yeah.
Best inner monologue ever. I can tell you that right now.
Damn, I look sick right now. It's such a great inner monologue to have.
I might have to do something with that for sure for a later reel. But that was great. No, it's yeah, it was an interesting boulder because it was a little bit of everything. You know, the power, the dyno, and then things got small and kind of burly at the top. And
Yeah.
I think we only had one top on that. I mean, I know.
I think we had
Yeah,
three.
I think we only have one, maybe two tops. I have to go back and look. It's been a very long weekend for me. I'm sure, as you know.
Oh, me too.
um, yeah, love that breakdown of Boulder 1. That was great. Let's just move right along. Take me to Boulder 2. But by the time you get to Boulder 2, are you recovered or are you still kind of pumped out from the first one?
Okay, Boulder 2. I was recovered. I was recovered, but also like a little fatigued. Because I mean, you have like so much time in ISO, like going out 6 seated. I was just chilling for a while. But that's anybody. Anyways, on my second boulder, this was one of the boulders where like I didn't read like at all. I don't know where my headspace was, but like I just didn't read it. Like I came out like during preview, I didn't read it. I came out um during like my climbing time. I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay, well, there's a lot of like fucking like knobs sticking out of the wall. I don't even know what to call these things. And like I gotta manhandle all these things. Like they're fucking like, okay, I shouldn't say that. You know. So I'm climbing through it. I'm looking at it. I'm like plugging knee bars. I'm like, okay, cool toe cam. Hit this. I'm like hugging this rock. Like, what the fuck is this? Swing my legs over. Then I'm like, oh, I can do a foot lead here. Do a foot lead. The crowd's like, ah! And I'm like, oh my god, yeah. I go for the zone. I'm like, okay, cool. I flash the zone. I'm on these holds. They're jugs. They're like buckets now, right? Um, Plug another knee bar. Go up to this like slotted crimp. It's not even slotted. It's like blocked. So like, it's nothing. It's like 1/4 pad maybe, and like it's dual text. I have no chalk. And I'm like, how the fuck am I doing this last move? Like, I don't even know how I'm doing this last move. And somehow I like pull it out. I like do a mantle down on this pink hold, and I'm like, sitting on it. I'm like full on ass like on this hold. I'm like, okay, this is working. I like there's another hold out here, like out to my out to my right. I was like, I don't even think I could use that right now. I'm like gonna slide off if I try to move my hand. So I'm like sitting on this. I'm like fingernails, like my thumb. Like this is something that you can learn from a lot of competition climbing. A really good hack. If you have fingernails and like there's a like a little crack in between the wall and the hold, you can just shove them in there. I mean, it's totally legal. You're all good to do that. So I shoved like my entire fingernail underneath that rock. And I was like, dude, how am I doing this right now? I'm sitting on this hold. I'm like shimming my way up. And then I don't know, I lean out and I suck in to like come in for the match, and like as I'm going for the match, I'm like falling out. I'm like, holy shit! And then somehow I like bring it back, and I'm both fingernails in. And I'm like, oh my god, thank God. So I send it, and I was like, this is insane. Like that was crazy. I was like, no way, I just pulled it out because the hold is a jug. I just couldn't get up there, and I couldn't risk it either. You know, I think
Yeah, and
that was the peak moment.
yeah, that was your flash attempt too, right? I mean, you
Yeah,
flashed
that was
that
my flash
and
attempt.
just
Yeah,
went right back in the ISO.
yeah.
Yeah, that
Oh no,
was
I stayed for
pretty
a
solid.
moment.
And no, I'm never ever going to use my fingernail in between holds. That's just not going to happen. that's that's just
It's
that's great.
great.
And so I just wanted to go back and confirm. Yeah, so Francesca did top all 4 boulders. I think she's the only one that topped number 1. But yeah, that flash was crazy. That was just watching you come out and just walk through that, you look like you were so at home for not reading that climb at all. Just so at home, just flowed straight through it and straight to the top. And that was, it was, I would say that was a perfect execution of that climb. It was really cool. Everyone else definitely hesitated and was trying to figure stuff out, and you just just went right through it, which was really, really cool to see that. All right, so moving on to, unless Talia, you have any comments or?
No, I was just gonna say I love the fake it till you make it on a non-red boulder, you know?
Yeah,
Glad it worked out for you. And I
yeah,
also will not be putting my nail behind a hold. Just not gonna work for me.
yeah. That's not secret
No.
beta. That is crazy.
That is definitely great beta for somebody with like long enough and thick enough nails.
Yeah,
But I bite my nails and they're very brittle. So
Yeah,
I'm just asking for a like split finger if I do that. I won't be doing it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not me either. I
So
mean, my nails are shit. Like they're so flexible. Like they're bad. Like I need like collagen or something. So I don't know how I did that, but
so collagen companies, hit her up.
there you go.
Get a sponsor up in here.
There you go.
Yeah. All right, let's keep it rolling. I'm loving your play-by-plays. Take me to boulder number 3.
Yeah,
Okay, Boulder 3. Great. I have great memories of this one. I flashed this one as well. Very honest for me, it was like a walk in the park. Going out into preview with this was a mistake. I don't know if we have footage of like preview, but you can definitely like see me. I'm like standing there and I'm fixated on like I don't know what I was doing, but I was fixated on this down climb hold. I was like, is this on? Like is this rock on? Like I want to use this. And like nobody was answering me and I was just staring at it. And then I see like a T wrench like in the wall too, and I'm like, dude, I could use that and like rearrange my own climb. That was like my entire preview for that route. I did not read the route at all. So again, so when I came out, I was like, wait, I need to actually like lock in right now. I'm like, I need to lock in. I walk out, I'm like, okay, zone is like super high up there. I didn't even see that volume when I was previewing this. Like I didn't even know there was like a zone on this route. I like see a jib on like this other like big like flat hold. I'm like, this is okay, cool. I can use that. And like it was a mess. Whatever. You go running start. And I was like, I get nervous about running stars sometimes, but I've been working on them a lot. So I felt more confident with this. I go and I'm like, oh shit, establishing my 4 point, and like I'm falling. Like oh shit, I had to grab this jug. I grabbed this jug. Cool, I'm on the wall now. I shimmy my feet over, and now I'm like perched more so on like this big like round flat hold with like a jib on it, and I like look over to like I think the head center. I'm like, can I use this crack in the door because like there's a crack in the door. There's no black tape. I was like, this would help me. It's like a bucket. I'm like, can I use this? And he just like looked at me like doe-eyed. He did not know how to answer at all. And I was like, bro, like, okay, whatever the fuck. So I like just pistol squat. I'm like, okay, well that was harder than it had to be, but I did it. So maybe I'm strong enough to do pistol squats. Cool. Whatever. I'm like standing on this thing now and like I'm shimming my feet. I'm like, okay, this is just like slab. I'm walking on a jug. Like is this supposed to be hard? Go over this volume, okay? This volume and like again with like the old walls is sick because like again you can crimp behind holds. So this volume had like this little like edge falling off of it. I'm like crimping inside of it. Amazing crimp. I shimmy my foot over, lean out, And like I'm like, okay, jug. Wow, zone. I got zone. Cool. Now like the finish is like right next to zone. I was like, okay, this is chill. Go over. I had to do like this weird like heel hook like squat like thing, like thigh clamp on this hold to like secure top, and I was like, oh, this is weird, but it was cool. And I remember I was like, this was so easy. This was so fucking easy. Everyone's gonna flash it. So in my head, I'm like, ah, this is like my last boulder will definitely determine how things go. Like I really need to like pull something out for my last boulder. But also I was like psyched. So I turned around to the crowd. I'm like, dude, give me something, bro. Like what the fuck? This is so easy. This is so easy. Like, hello, this is free. Yeah. Yeah. That was
Yeah.
really it. That's all I had to say.
Yeah,
I think
no.
that was the nicest version of shit talking that I've ever heard.
I'm not
It was
I
Boulder 3
swear.
was definitely undercooked. Everyone
Okay.
did flash it. I don't think
Okay.
anyone
Right.
had any issues with it. It was just the end. There was a couple of variations on the finish move, but otherwise it was a walk in the park.
Yep.
So
So yeah, but let's
Oh,
continue on. Let's talk
yeah,
about
let's just keep it going.
number 4.
oh, okay. Cool. Yeah. So for my fourth boulder, I remember after my third boulder, I went into ISO and all these little girls, like I'm not gonna lie, not tight with any of them. Okay, I like coach kids their age, and I'm like I walk in, they're like, oh my god, did you flash? And I'm like, yeah, and they're like, oh my god, like like what's the pain? I'm like, uh so you know, giving them all the beta, I was stressed out for like boulder 4 now, right? So I go out boulder 4, I'm like, okay. I thought it was gonna be more slabby than it was. I walk out, I'm like, okay, I can kind of like no hands this maybe. Could not no hands it. Stupid me. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? I go out. I'm like psyched because I'm like, okay, well, I'm placed pretty well right now. If I could like top this, it'd be awesome. If I zone this, it'd be good too. Um, I like starting it. Weird start actually. It's like a weird like match start on like everything 4 points. I go out to this cramp bucket jug, full jug, step on this volume, and I'm like, oh, it was like not that good. Try to like slab it out, and like it didn't go. So I fell. That was my first attempt. Second attempt, I got zone because I just like I remember I tried to slab it out again, and I was like, okay, if I'm gonna slab and no hands this, I'm gonna have to go fast because I have to like dead point into it. Um, and I tried doing that, and as I was doing that, I somehow just like moved my foot and like got to the zone. So I like ended up doing it dynamically without intent, which was great because I was like, this worked out perfectly because I didn't know how the fuck to do this, and now I know how to fuck to do this, and it was easy as fuck. So cool. Whatever. Climbing now, I get up to like the last hold. It's like a mantle, like press explosion, like flag pose or whatever to like the last hold, and like it's a slot. It's like a bucket, but it's like a slot, and like that's something I'm working on is my accuracy and like coordination as well, and coordination in accuracy. So bad at that. Like I need to like do some like F1 type shit, bro. Like with the ball drops and like all that. Yeah, that's just weird. Anyways, I'm like going for it, and I keep dropping this fucking top like every single time. I'm like, dude, I need to fucking just like send, bro. I could send. This would be great. I remember giving it a few more attempts, getting there every single time, and then on my four plus during my like extra time, I get up there. This is my last attempt, right? Because I have no more time to like use in there. And I'm like, okay, I need to actually like just go for it and gun for it, get my hand in there and like not be a pussy and just grab it and hold it. Right? I go, my hand's in there, I'm grabbing it, I'm holding it, I'm like flag pose, my hand like picks, I like full on like catapult myself into like almost the wall behind me. I'm like full barn dooring, right? And like I land with my arm, it's fully extended. I'm like, holy shit, I feel like I just broke something. I stand up. I'm like, okay, I'm fine. Honestly, like I'm fine. Stop being like a loser. I'm fine. Like, it was like a lot of I don't want to say emotions, but a lot of a very long thought process, like a very long process to get that done, and I didn't end up getting it done, but I don't think it would have helped me in the end. I think I still would have been in third if I had topped that boulder. I think.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, you would have probably ended up in second because the only person who topped that boulder was Francesca. May
Yeah.
May, who was in second, only had 2 tops. So
Oh
if you
really?
would have topped that one, you would have ended up in second.
Aspire. Yeah, would have helped me pay rent. But
Yeah,
no,
no one else.
I
I
remember.
mean, you were the next closest. You're the only person. Sorry, the only other competitor who actually got that final hold, other than Francesca. No one else even got a finger in it. It was very weird, kind of looking at, because if you look at Francesca finishing that one, it was kind of a joke because she's considerably taller than everyone else, and it
Yeah.
was like it was zero effort for her to make that top, versus everyone else who could not even touch the hold.
Mhm.
Your super barn door crowd holding their breath was the closest that anyone ever got to that. And then so like that was kind of a disappointing finish when Francesca topped it. We were like, oh, like just be taller, right? It was literally like, but me being a tall climber, I was like, oh, just be taller. And because for her, she just reached up, and if you look at the video, it's just like, oh, like that was like, I
Yeah.
mean, it wasn't even, there was no drama at all to her topping it, which was kind of a letdown. But then, considering how much effort everyone else was putting into it, and just like literally not even close to even touching the hold. But yeah, you definitely went for it. I mean, you went for it and you tried to hold that, and you fully turned around, faced the crowd, and before your arm broke, let go, which was the right decision.
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
really cool. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
I
really.
also want to say, like, love Francesca. Like, it was great. It was great to watch her like top that. Yeah, go way to use your height to your advantage.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't even think like she thought she was using her height to her advantage. Like she just climbed it, and what made sense. It
Yeah.
wasn't like she was even like it was looking at her just do it. I was like, she wasn't even trying to break the beta. She just climbed the climb, and it was just so dramatically different for her height, which was kind of cool. But yeah, sorry.
That was I think that was like our best ever play-by-play that we've had on the show. That was
for
great.
for sure,
Yeah.
absolutely. And
The seems edit is going to be easy. You just take the 4 minutes and put it on top of the description.
right,
It'll be
yeah,
perfect. Yeah.
yes,
So yeah, I mean, congrats on a great performance. It was a really fun finals to watch. Just zooming out a little bit, we talk a lot about comp format or thing preferences that climbers have in competitions. Is there something that you wish had been more represented in this finals, or in general? What are there any styles of movement or types of climbs that you really enjoy seeing in the finals?
Um, like I do. I mean, I am like more of an outdoor specialist, so I consider myself like really good on crimps and like really small tic-tacy moves and stuff like that. Um, However, in a finals, like I feel like I would not want that at all. Like I feel like I would be too tired, and it would not be interesting too for the crowd. I would love that in the qualies though. It'd be great. Um, but besides, I mean, like honestly, like coordination is really cool. I love doing some like cool coordination. I also love just weird betas that I can like break, but it's still hard. Um, Stuff like that, and like a finals. Like I think the Rock Club put on like a really good show. Besides like maybe the last boulder and third boulder being like what they were. I think that it was still fun and it was like really cool. All the moves made me feel like a badass. I was psyched. So shit like that. I was in a great headspace as well. So like I was riding this hike. And I can only thank my coach Obi for that. Obi Carry On. He's great. He really helps me work on that. I love that fine tuning. Um, but yeah, no, just coordination. I love like foot coordination, and like I also like slab, but like not like really long slabs because then you can't like give like one or two more attempts on it. So stuff like that. Yeah.
nice.
Rad. Love it. Yeah, the just to throw back a little bit to Feats finals that you were in recently, there was that straight up crimp boulder. The
Sorry,
the
that's Beta in the background.
All
Beta,
good.
shut the
Beta
fuck
likes crimp
up.
boulders too. Beta
So
loves a crimp boulder.
She
But
might be
yeah,
watching.
going back to Feats finals, we did have that straight up crimp boulder on our steep wall, and I think the I'm gonna disagree with the guest and say that I think people do enjoy seeing a outdoor style tic tacky kind of climb in the same way that people see a dyno and it's very understandable what is difficult about it. When people see small holds, they understand what's difficult about climbing on a small hold. So for the spectator side, I think people seeing something that's hard to hold on to, it's fun to watch people struggle in a way that is understandable versus something that is like really delicate and nuanced. It doesn't always translate to somebody why it's hard to walk across a volume. You know?
Yeah. No, and the same thing also applies to small holds. If you are someone's grandmother or mother or who's never climbed before, and you're checking out the live stream and you're watching, this happening from afar, and you have these small crimps that they're climbing, and you're wondering why. Hey, why didn't so and so make that? Like everyone else did it, like with no understanding of the fact that we're talking 6 millimeter edges that they're trying to crank on, and like unless you're a climb, like I still, even going back to, not to go back to feats, but like Bryce Viola, that movie did on Men's 3 when he comes across, and like you cannot, unless you look at that hold, not understand the amount of clamping strength that he put into that hold to do what he did, which is insane. It's just like I'm like I can't process how someone could do that. And then so I get that, and Siri, being a setter, understands movement, but also she also understands that you want to put on a show as well, right? It's got to be aesthetically pleasing and difficult. Route setting is a very underappreciated and undervalued job for sure, and it's only getting harder for them, for setters. And it's interesting that you talked about finding those spaces underneath the holds, because most modern gyms don't have that issue anymore, simply because they're all dealing with the flat walls. When you're dealing with a rock club, a high exposure, a Valhalla, like we have the plaster walls, and there's always going to be that little something that the outdoor climbers can just crimp on or make work, because that's what you're used to dealing with, finding something where there's nothing. But like I've seen holds with blockers screwed on and more blockers just to get rid of that space, because that's what they have to deal with, on the plaster walls. But the newer facilities don't have that issue. Fortunately, unfortunately, I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Yeah.
So looking ahead, kind of past the Rock Club now, can you give us a little insight on what's going on in the world of Siri? What are your next comps coming up? Do you have any outdoor goals that you're working on? What's going on in the world of Siri these days?
A lot. Honestly, a lot. So I'm the head coach of like a youth climbing team. So we're in the competition season right now for sport climbing. Um, Training hard on that. Really trying to put up like good routes for them to work on. So like I'm in the office a lot. So I don't have that much time to prioritize for myself, but going out to Great Barrington, there's a V11 there that I really want to put down. It's the low start of this V10 that I did a while ago of again back on the crimps, really crimpy micro crimp high ball thing that's insane. Just vert climbing, really scary, but it was sick. I'm really hoping to put that down. Um, yeah, for competitions, Gotham City is coming up this weekend. Psyched about that.
Mm-hmm.
And what, Method Underground?
Yeah.
A few weekends after that. I'm psyched about that. Been training for that, so hopefully it goes out, turns out well. So, yeah, there's not really that much more ahead in the future besides outdoor trips. My partner is Austin Hoyt, so I go out a lot. We get out a lot.
That dude barely rock climbs. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's on me. It's on me. And also, I do want to say, I love crimps in finals. I love feeling like a beast because I'm cracked. I'm cracked as fuck. So I don't want to hate on crimps. I love crimps. They're my favorite holds. I remember going to like a competition with my friend Courtney, and they were doing like a Q&A on like who knows each other better, and like they asked like what my favorite holds were, and like she said jugs, and like obviously it should be jugs, right? No, I said crimps. She didn't know me well enough. God, yeah, I love crimps. Anyways,
And also, just for those who are checking out the V's channel, most of that wonderful footage from all those great angles was taken by Siri. She doesn't get the credit on that, but she is
That's true.
so big props to Siri for
Yeah.
making the shit.
Everybody's buzzing in the V's hive for Siri.
check out Bees climbing.
Yeah.
Yay.
I wanna thank your sponsors and such, but before that, I gotta ask, I think everybody at home is asking, can you explain a little bit of your love for Brawl Stars? Because I don't think I've ever heard somebody talk about Brawl Stars more than you.
Stop. I just hit global rank in Brawl Stars. I'm pro now, guys. Yeah, you don't know me, son. I love Brawl Stars. I think an unhealthy amount to the point where like I would sit on the couch for like this right here in this very spot. I would sit here from like 7 a.m. to like 6 p.m. when I have to go to work, just grinding out Brawl Stars. I don't know why I like it so much. And I'm not even like good at it, to be honest. I just like it. Maybe it's time to like kill time. I don't even like watch or listen to anything because I'm so like focused on Brawl Stars that like nothing registers in my realm. So I don't
Everyone
know.
has their
I
vice.
love Brawl Stars, just all of it.
Yeah.
It's great.
Everybody needs their mental sinkhole to dive into.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
Add me on Brawl Stars. Add me.
Yeah.
Okay. It's Siwi Peewee. SIWIPIWI.
We'll put the
Yeah.
link in the description.
Yeah. That's
I'll
hilarious.
smash you. I made Melody, guys. I made Melody.
That's fun.
For the 3 Brawl Stars fans, like the Venn diagram overlap, 3
Yeah.
people are losing their minds right now. Everybody else.
We have climbers. I swear, climbing
Everyone
in
else
the
right now
Brawl
is
Stars
Googling what is Brawl
community.
Stars.
Yeah,
So
it's great.
speaking of links that we can put in the description, where can people find you online? Obviously, we'll put it in the bio, but
Yeah, you can follow my Instagram, SEAWIIO, Siwio, like cereal. I don't know. I came up with that when I was in like 5th grade. Creative.
it's dope.
Yeah,
Love it.
hopefully YouTube starting soon, maybe TikTok. Not sure yet. Yeah, those are my socials. Really, I don't really use anything else. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And I know that you are a Mad Rock sponsored athlete. What is your official title at Mad Rock? Is that sponsored athlete?
Yeah, I'm actually a level 2 ambassador. So
Oh, that's sick.
what I am.
Mad Rock level 2 ambassador. And
Yeah.
I am a big proponent of using code Siri15 at checkout. Is
Yeah,
that still the code?
Use it up, yeah. Code Siri15 at checkout on your first purchase only, though, I think. Yeah, then you can use, I don't know, someone else's code. But use mine
You
first.
could probably
Use mine first.
use Austin's code after, but you're gonna have to go to Austin's Instagram to
Yeah.
find that.
I'm not giving
Siri15
you
at
that. Not
checkout.
giving you that.
Yeah. What
Exactly.
if somebody is new to the Mad Rock family, what shoe would you recommend they start with? What's your favorite Mad Rock shoe?
All the shoes are different, but they all are versatile to every foot. My favorite is the D21. It's a great in between of the Drone CSs, the comp series, and the Drone 2s. The Drone 2s end up a little stiffer, and then the CSs are a lot softer. And then the D21s are a good like mashup in between. Yeah, I prefer those because they're great on slab, they're great on edging, they're great on everything. And they fit my foot very well. I struggled with like shoe finding for so long. Like I wore so many different shoes from like Vittora, La Sportiva, Evolve, like Scarpa, all of it. Yeah, it was heinous, a long journey, and then I found like Mad Rock Drones. They fit my heel cap perfectly. I have a really small heel and like an average size like foot. I wouldn't say it's like narrow or wide. It's just like a foot. Yeah, so that's like that's yeah. I'm really glad I found those. I've tried the Sharks. They fit a lot more like the Dragos. They're a lot softer than most of the shoes on their line. At least for the drones, because I haven't really tried many other things. Yeah, and if you have a larger heel, those will probably fit you better. And Remoras, I tried the Remoras. They're great too. Just a good old comfy slipper. Would recommend. Don't fit my heel, but yeah.
Are you a high volume or a low volume kind of gal?
I actually I use both. So
Okay.
I have low volume for my left foot and then high volume for my right foot because my
I
pinky
didn't
toe
realize.
doesn't fit.
Do you order that specifically? Like, can you order split?
Yes. I think I'm not sure if they do split sizing or like split like model
Uh-huh.
for the general public. But
You
I
got to
can
be a level
I
2
can
ambassador.
Level two ambassador, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
master.
Um.
Hopefully semi-pro soon.
Yeah.
Fingers
Okay.
crossed, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After this interview, easy.
Yeah. For sure. It was.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Lovely. All right. Basim, you got any other questions for our guest today?
No, I think we are good. Thank you so
Wait,
much
let me
All right.
shout out my
for
other
joining us,
sponsors,
Siri.
guys.
Oh
Guys,
yeah, please.
my other
Sorry, I
sponsors, my
cut
other
you off.
sponsors. Oh my God. Okay. Beta Labs, love Beta Labs, amazing. But guys, can't
Of
forget
course.
about Beta Labs. Come on now. Code
Yeah, Beta Labs.
Siri 20. I think it is Siri 20. Use it. Use it,
I've
please.
got
Please,
candy
please
wrappers
buy.
in my.
Buy all the products. Take it all
Yeah.
out. Wait, take
Yes.
one.
No, we'll let you sneak that 20% and over our 15%. It's okay.
Exactly. I get like awesome deals. You guys got it. Htori Shoe Talk, Htori Designs.
Okay.
Love their apparel. Before that though, they were doing like shoe talk, and like I've tried a bunch of different solutions for this too because like I don't sweat besides on my feet and like it's nasty. It's nasty. His stench is so bad. It's disgusting. Like all my like shoes just smell. They smell so bad. Using those they prevent moisture. They prevent bacteria growth, and it's just so much better and so much more pleasant to climb. And it makes it like not smell bad, right? Because like if you don't have that much like bacteria, moisture, it just doesn't smell. So it helps the longevity of my shoes by so much. Would recommend checking their products out. You put in like a good amount like before your session and then climb throughout your session, or you can put them in afterwards and then have them ready for your session, your next session. Yeah, it's not that much of a hassle to do it, and it keeps you fresh and clean and the longevity of your shoe. So check them out. Am I missing anything? Uh, I don't know. So many comps coming up. Check out Climbing Noise. Climbing Noise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
check
great.
out climbingnoise.com for all of your competition needs
Yeah.
and for a list of every comp across North America as long as gyms submit them. So
Yes.
if you're a gym looking to submit your comp somewhere, climbingnoise.com, and that's where people will find it.
We'll
Yep.
find it and they'll know everything they need to know in one spot.
Exactly. Get on it. Yeah. All the links for my sponsors and products all in my bio. If you're using Htori, use the link in my bio. It helps me out. I get money. Guys, give me that bread. Give me that, please. Please.
Yep.
And we'll drop the links in the description.
If you believe that high level climbers should be financially supported in their climbing pursuits, actually click the links in their bios and use their codes and their affiliates, and you get a great product, and they get some money, and a climbing company gets income, and you are actually helping the climbing economy with your dollar. Vote with your dollar on who your favorite climber is, and use code Siri15 or Siri20
Exactly.
or whatever. That's yeah.
Exactly. All
Dope.
right.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming. Everybody, make sure to check out the Betabreakerz YouTube channel, which you're already watching on. And if you haven't subscribed, I would say, why? Make sure you subscribe. Smash that like button, all the normal YouTube stuff. Make sure that you follow along for the upcoming live streams. We're going to be, as if I do any of the work. Basim is going to be at Movement LIC for Gotham. What's the next one after that? Method Underground?
It's the next one after that.
Method Underground as well.
We have some Canadian stuff going on as well.
All the way up in Canada.
Yes. We're making moves. We're making moves. And
Yeah.
For every live stream you see, there's a lot that goes into it. And if you're watching, you come across this and you subscribe. It takes literally no effort to subscribe. But Once again, support the channel. As we support the climbers, we grow the sport, and everyone's happy. So, Siri, thank you so much for your time. Can't wait to see you over at qualifiers and finals over at LIC.
Exactly.
Uh, and everyone else, thank you for joining us. And we have lots more beta breaks on the way. So stay tuned, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Thanks.